Hi, everyone. This is History 405, the American Presidency, and I am your professor, Dr. Scaros. Welcome. What we're going to do today is basically three things. First of all, we are going to introduce ourselves to one another, where we're from, what brought us here, etc., just to kind of get to know each other. Second thing is I'm going to explain to you the course expectations and how your final grade comes to be. What are all the pieces that put it together? And a related topic is number 3, which is how to do great in this course. Some good tips about how to do great and have fun in the process. Okay, so I'll go first about myself. And I promise I won't talk too long, and then give each of you a chance to do the same thing. So I was born and raised in New York City. I went to school there. I lived there as a kid. My family moved across the river to New Jersey. Years later, I got married, moved to Pennsylvania. My wife from Pennsylvania and I both love Florida and the warm weather and the beaches. So we're in Florida now, and our kids love it here too. Professionally, I received a bachelor's in political science with minors in history and journalism, a master's in history, a PhD in history, and I also have a law degree, a JD, as they call it, Juris Doctorate. I've been a lot of different things. I've been an attorney, I've been a newspaper editor and writer, an author. I've done a lot of different things, but the thing I've done most professionally in my life has been to be an educator. I've been a teacher. I'm still a teacher. I've been a professor. I've been a manager of teachers and professors as a college dean, a college president, a department chair, and so forth. And because I love education, I bounce back and forth and it doesn't bother me at all. One year I could be leading a team of professors. Another, I could be in the classroom full time. Okay, enough about me. Let me get to each of you. Please tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you here. What brought you to this course? Okay, thank you everyone for those great introductions. And I'm going to try to remember most of your names. I'm going to try to remember all of them, but I hope to remember most of them by next time. And I promise you, I will remember them eventually all. Hopefully not before the end of the semester. I usually try to do a better job than that. So I apologize in advance, but we will definitely get there. And one of the great reasons to come to class often. We'll see each other more, and I'll remember who you are. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is talk about the grading formula. How do you get your total grade? How do you get your complete grade, 100% of your grade? Okay. In class exams, there are 2 of them. Each is worth 25%, so that's 50% right there. But there's more. It gets better. I will give you 3 chances to take your best 2 exams. So if you look at your syllabus, you have 3 different dates on which the in-class exams are going to be. So let's say you take the first one and then you're sick for the second one. It doesn't matter because all you need are 2. That way we have a built-in extra makeup in case you miss one of them. But here's the even better part. Let's say you take all 3. I'm going to give you a little bonus for having been to class and having had such great attendance that you were able to take all 3. So let's say you get a 75 on the first one, an 85 on the second one, and a 95 on the third one. I'm going to throw out the 75. Well, actually, I'm going to put it on the shelf. I'm going to put it on the shelf, and I'm going to average your 85 and your 95. So your average on your quizzes is going to be a 90. Now I'm going to go back and say, wait a minute. You took all 3 of them. You were here for all 3 of them, so I'm going to give you a bonus. So I'm going to grab it off the shelf and just add 5 points to your 90, and now your average for your in-class exams is a 95. So that's 50% of your grade. Okay, how about the other 50? 20% is your paper, and we are going to talk about the research paper. It's going to be due nice and early. That way, if you hand it in even earlier than when it's due, you get a bonus, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. As you will notice, I'm very big on deadlines. So if you turn it in early, that's great. If you turn it in on time, there's no penalty. And if you turn it in late, you lose points for every day it's late. So please don't let that happen to you. But you can still turn it in later. Earlier is better, but better late than never. That is the motto. And finally, there is your final exam, which is worth 30%. As far as your final goes, what if you're sick that day and you can't take your final? Well, the good news is you get another chance, but it's going to be a different exam, and it's going to be a longer exam and probably a little harder. I've been doing this way for years and years. I've taught thousands of students. This is really the best way to do it. That way, you still give those students a chance, but you really make everyone focused on the regular exam itself, so that it's not really an option in someone's mind. Well, if I don't take this one, I'll take the makeup. No, you want to avoid taking the makeup because it's more challenging. So you want to do whatever you can to take the regular one. So these are the things that make up your final grade. 50% of it is your 2 in-class exams, best 2 out of 3 count. 20% is your paper, and 30% is your final exam. Okay. Last tips, how to do great in class. Number 1, always come to class. Always come to class. Now, obviously, if you're sick or if you have a family emergency, that's a different story. But if you don't have those things, always come to class, because you know what? My philosophy is you've got a universe out there of everything. You've got books, you've got journals, you've got articles, you've got videos. But the best place where you are going to learn about this course with me teaching it is right here in class. Now, some of you don't really like to participate, and that's okay. You never have to worry, oh, if I go to class, he's going to call on me. No, I love class participation. But if you just want to come to class and sit there and not say a word, I'm not going to bother you. I still think you're learning when you do that. That's why I want you there. I mean, even if you fall asleep in class, we won't bother you as long as you don't snore. Then we'll say, wait, you're too loud. But basically, that's the thing. Always come to class. I'll tell you something funny that I've been telling my students for years, and I've never had to do it. I said, if you come to class all semester long, let's say 25 class sessions, and you only have 0, 1, or 2 absences, and you get any final grade less than a B+, I'm going to pull out a page from the textbook, pour salt and pepper and ketchup on it, and eat it right in front of you. And of course, everybody starts to laugh. And I say, please don't let that ever happen. I would hate to eat a piece of paper. I've never done it before. To this day, I've never had to do it. Because I'm that confident that if you follow my plan and you come to class, you're going to do great. And if you have any questions, just ask. That's why I'm here. Thank you, everyone. It is a pleasure having you in class, and I think we're going to do great. And if you follow my plan, there are about 28 of you here. I see no reason why I shouldn't give out 28 well-deserved A's by the end of the semester. Thank you.